Hello, City Council members. Hope you're all doing well. My name is Derrick Broze. Some of you may remember me. I'm a journalist in the city, also a former candidate for mayor of Houston. I'm here today to talk about water quality. I actually saw the press release this morning that the city said you guys are going to start doing a program to remove pipes that may have lead in them, and I think that's a great program because lead is known to be a cause of neurodevelopmental issues. And today I'm here to talk about another compound that is in Houston's water that also has now been linked to neurodevelopmental issues, and that is water fluoridation chemicals, which Houston is one of many cities in the United States still participating. I was here 11 years ago speaking to city council members then and current former Mayor Anise Parker about this. We had some support from council members who were willing to have this discussion, but I think we're a little too early. Now what you are being presented with right now and what's in your inbox is a ruling from a federal judge in San Francisco, which just ruled less than a month ago, and I quote, "The court finds that fluoridation of water at 0.7 milligrams per liter, the level presently considered optimal in the U.S., poses an unreasonable risk of reduced IQ in children." Judge Chen continues, "EPO's own expert agrees that fluoride is hazardous at some level of exposure, and ample evidence establishes that a mother's exposure to fluoride during pregnancy is associated with IQ decrements. The risk to health at exposure levels in the U.S. drinking water is sufficiently high to trigger regulatory response from the EPA." So now the EPA has been ordered by a federal judge that they must make a new rule or outright ban fluoride because of these links. The second page will take you to a report that came out in late August from the U.S. government's National Toxicology Program, which is under the Department of Health and Human Services. And the scientists at the NTP said they had found, quote, "moderate evidence that fluoride is consistently associated with lower IQ in children." They also write, "Because people receive fluoride from multiple sources, not just drinking water, individuals in areas with optimally fluoridated water can have total fluoride exposures higher than their drinking water." And they say that there is moderate confidence between an inverse association between fluoride exposure and children's IQ, including in the U.S. And the final thing I wanted to share with you guys is that thankfully, because of this information, some cities are already responding, including in Texas. Abilene, Texas, the city council 2 weeks ago ruled that they're going to pause adding all fluoridation chemicals to the water. The mayor, Weldon Hurt, said, quote, "What we did is we put a temporary suspension of fluoride to the drinking water. There's some new studies and some class action lawsuits we found that could be detrimental to health." So they're putting it on pause for right now. And I'm asking city council members and the mayor to use Proposition A to put a hold on this until further notice. Last I checked, and it's hard these days to know the numbers because they're no longer listed publicly on the Public Works website, but years ago, the city of Houston was spending $1 million a year of taxpayer dollars to add fluoridation chemicals into the water, which are a byproduct of phosphate mining out of Florida. And you have the power with Proposition A to put a hold on this. I also want to mention to those who care about environmental justice, or what's sometimes called environmental racism, that this affects people in the 5th Ward, 3rd Ward, Sharpstown, and those who can't afford fluoride filters or go to the fluoride station, the fluoride-free water stations. So those in the poorest communities are going to be hit the hardest. But right now, Houstonians are being poisoned, and you have the opportunity to do something about it. All of this information has also been emailed to each of you and the mayor. The link to the court ruling, the link to the National Toxicology Program study, and the link to the article about Abilene, Texas. Thank you.
Thank you for that information. Next speaker.